tuned into the Uncensored Truth Podcast with your brother Old God and SamAnt, not Sam Man, but SamAnt. Going in today on this Tuesday. As always, we need your participation just to do a few things here. Hit the like button and make sure that you share this video. I want to talk about this story, SamAnt. We kind of seen this yesterday, but we decided not to do it, with the Dame Dash situation, because we kind of wanted to wait till we got more context. But, it seems like it's been gained a little bit of steam since we, last spoke yesterday. So Dame Dash, sat down, I think on his network, Dame Dash TV, and pretty much apologized to a few notable people. So I'm going to play this clip, man, and we're going to definitely rap about this one, man. Here's Dame Dash.
Anyway, that's what I do. So with that said, just pattern-wise, what you think I'm going to do with a network? Y'all don't want it with me. I've been letting y'all breathe. I'm chilling. I'm minding my business. I have no beef with anybody. Pause. I'm looking past it. So Jay-Z, if I've offended you, I apologize. Lyor Cohen, if I offended you, I apologize. Steve Stout, if I've offended you, I apologize. Just because you don't have the same morals and principles, it's cool. I'm not angry no more. I did what I had to do. I was a little aggravated about Aaliyah, so y'all just caught the brunt end of it. It was therapy. I called Jim Jones today, and I was like, I miss him. I don't know, y'all know it, but I miss him. As a brother, I love his family. I want him to be happy. And Jay, the friendship we had was cool, man. I just miss it. But whatever he doing, but I'm cool with it, bro. I'm sorry, man. I wasn't myself for a second. Aaliyah had me fucked up. And Biggs, I'm sorry, bro, if I offended you. Whatever you're doing, I'm with it. I love you, man, and I know you're mad at me, but whatever. I'm sorry. I can admit it. When I make some money, I'll send you something. Just because you're my brother, I love your family.
All right, so you can catch that full episode on YouTube at Dame Dash Studios, according to that clip, right there. A lot of people, and just to mention Funk Flex, I'm hearing, did accept the apology or whatever and said that he wants to piece it up, with, Dame Dash. But SamAnt, what do you think about this? Yesterday we were kind of reluctant to touch on this story, but today you have a whole different perspective on this. What do you think about Dame Dash apologizing, to Jay-Z, Lyor Cohen, Steve Stout, all these guys? What do you think about that?
First off, let me start by saying, as a man, there's nothing wrong when admitting when you are wrong and apologizing. There's nothing wrong with that. It takes a man to be able to apologize. So salute for apology, but I'm kind of confused. And I went to look for the further content, but it was very hard to find. So you got to help us out in getting that content a little out there, a little easier and accessible for the people so that we can hear the context in full. And if you notice, there's nothing really even on social media giving broader context to the conversation, because I don't think it's that easy to find. So based off of the 1.5-minute excerpt we heard, you apologize to Jay-Z. You apologize to Biggs, two people that you created Rockefeller with. So we can understand that apology. You said that some people, they don't agree with your morals, but you apologize. You apologize to Lyor Cohen and Steve Stout in particular, two people that you wrote an exceptional book about, Culture Vultures, with Kenyatta Griggs, two people that you talked about, incredible businessmen, but were taking from one culture and giving back to another without doing anything and giving back to the culture that it's taken from. You talked about independence. You talked about the strength of independence, things that I don't think that you're getting away from now, but I'm kind of confused, Mr. Dash, on exactly where you're coming from with the apology. Not that you owe us anything, even though we've done incredible work on you, but it's cool. Where's it going?
Well, Choke No Joke, who used to be a cameraman, has been for Rockefeller, has been a critic. He put a message up. I put it up on the screen. It says, Dame Dash apologizing to Lyor Cohen. It's like Colin Kaepernick apologizing to the NFL and asking to play again. I don't know. Like, I don't really have a problem with him. The brothers that he, Jay-Z and, the Biggs, obviously they had, he probably did offend them. That's cool. But when I see him apologizing to Lyor Cohen, Steve Stout, it just makes me, I would like to get a lot more context, on that before I really went in on that, because I don't see why you would be apologizing to those guys for what? You know what I mean? For what reason? And the reason Choke No Joke put that is almost like you said you wouldn't want to see Colin Kaepernick, go back to the NFL because it would almost be like he's begging for his job back. So is it like, we stand behind Dame Dash with his independence, you know what I mean? And that whole, mindset. But these brothers, Jay-Z has, accumulated a mass wealth and mass influence, doing it the way he did it as well. So we have to, pay homage to that. So, again, no problem with the Jay-Z apologizing to Jay-Z, but the Lyor Cohen, I would like to hear, more context on that. Now it says check the full version out on my IGTV and YouTube.com, Dame Dash Studios. When I checked it, I wasn't able to find, the full video. So it's leaving everybody, to wonder, you know what I mean? Why is he, apologizing to these people? Is it that you want to, get back on the playing field with those guys, do different deals with them? Then he brought up Aaliyah as a reference. Like he was just wilding out because of Aaliyah. So were you wrong what you said about him? Were you right? Is the book now irrelevant? Why apologize to what you call a culture vulture, a thief? I don't know.
I mean, yeah. Do you make your book a contradiction based off of that? You got to give more context to that,
right?
You must. One thing that I speculated was, and this is one aspect I can understand. See them Rock Nation lunches, the brothers out there, sisters out there dressed sharp, clean. A lot of his friends and people that he grew up and grinded with out there celebrating together. That man could genuinely just be lonely and missing his people and missing his boys and realizing that, hey, I made some real bad mistakes. Do you think looking at these Rock Nation lunches and watching them do big things, we seen something with Jay and Biggs, and I believe it was a couple other big execs in the building. They took a picture and you see all these photo ops with all these people together that make you think of The Rock, but there's always one key name that's missing. It always almost seems like they make a point in leaving that name out.
Right.
Do you think that he's feeling that?
Maybe, because when you look at he mentioned, did he mention Kevin Hart? Did he have a dealing with Kevin Hart?
Back in the day.
Yeah. Right. Kevin Hart, Jay-Z. He dealt with a lot of guys from Rockefeller that's in there. Biggs, all of them was in there. These are guys that you're brushed up against now that net worth continued to grow. Now they're doing, Jay-Z put Memphis Bleak, in charge of Duce. He put Biggs in charge, I think, Rocka wear clothes in some aspect of that. So like he said in the song, like he's really, he kind of really doing it. Even Kenyatta admitted that Jay-Z was kind of still moving the way they used to move a little bit. With he said, I got 100% of title to bust it up with my G. So he's still passing stuff off and bringing his boys along. The only one that's outside of that right now is Dame. You got Freeway, Tata, all them cats. All of Jay-Z circle is still there except Dame. So it makes, and they're doing big things. So, we would like to interview Dame. I mean, we made it, known that we would like to do that. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But, as an outlet, we definitely, will be straight down the middle and fair with this. Definitely.
Do you think, what did I wanted to ask you, based off of this apology? I forgot what I wanted to ask you.
Right.
I forgot what I wanted to ask you in regard to that. It was something in regard to
Lyor Cohen.
Nah, not even Lyor Cohen. Dame Dash and apologizing. But we'll get back into it.
Yeah, no doubt. But yeah, it's just the questions, in media, journalism, we're just asking questions. We don't know. We'll present the questions and we'll try to get to the best possible, scenario, and just, examine all sides of this thing. Maybe Dame was wrong. Maybe he felt he was wrong. But I don't understand the apology to Lyor, especially Lyor.
Right. Lyor, Steve Stout.
Because the way you spoke about them and others have spoke about them and, the light that you put them in, like pretty much like they're the damn devil. They need to get off of music. They messed everything up. They messed up, the independent empire of Rockefeller. He persuaded Jay-Z to break it up. We was going to be this big, conglomerate of just businesses, that took over the world through hip hop and liquor and all these different, fashions and things that they was trying to do. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just a lot, left on the table, almost like the school situation where you just don't really know.
Yeah, that's a fact. Oh, God, I remember the question I wanted to ask you.
Yeah, no doubt.
Dame Dash, in regards to apologizing, does he apologize and kind of confirm to you maybe he had a little more responsibility in the Rockefeller breakup than he admits, and maybe more than Lyor, and maybe more that he claims Lyor had a big part in the split. And then he just apologized and said, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Aaliyah had me tripping. That was fresh around the time when the whole Rockefeller thing kind of collapsed. Right. Do you think he took a little more responsibility in apologizing than we all previously thought?
Niggas wasn't playing their day role, so I had to part ways like Ben and J-Lo.